Okay, let's get into it. I feel called to do a reading randomly, so let's go. My name is Kai. I am a spiritual coach. Welcome to my channel. While I'm doing this reading, please take what resonates and leave what does not. This is a reading for you. Please trust your highest self to decipher what is for you. Okay? I'm in this energy of like learning, reminding myself, sirens outside, confirmation, reminding myself of things that I already knew, but I'm reminding myself, I'm learning them again, right? So like that might be significant. You might be on a spiritual journey that you're refinding your spiritual journey, if that makes sense, like going back to the basics. Okay, I have the Emperor as the first card out. Interesting. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, it feels like, yeah, like I said, being very restful. Nine of Swords. Okay, or Five of Swords, I'm sorry. I said Nine of Swords. Interesting. So, yeah, there might have to do something with like anxiety, but it feels like you might be in a place where you're like questioning or trying to figure out how to remain on top in your world, or how to find your power again. And you're doing this through rest. You're learning to like, it's almost like you're in this space where you recognize that for your next chapter to come about and for you to manifest this next chapter of your life, you're having to let go of a lot of things. You're going to have to, or you're having to isolate and kind of like, okay, it's having to pull your power back before giving new power to a new idea, right? So like you might have been, your energy being dispersed here and there and doing this and that, and now you're realizing like, okay, wait, I'm the powerful one in my life, so let me pull all of that back. Let me stop trying to do things. Let me stop trying to like focus so hard, and let me also remind myself that I don't have to adhere to these ideas that I picked up along the way. It kind of feels like maybe you've learned things that you're now having to unlearn, but it feels like you've already done that. This is not your first time going through this process, especially with this Emperor here, right? You already had a very strong foundation. The Emperor is the number 4. It is representation of all 4 of the kings in the deck. 4 is also a number of foundation. This is saying that you already have the foundation. This is not about you building a foundation for your life. You have the foundation. What you're doing now is reminding yourself of that foundation. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, reminding yourself of these teachings. 333 on the timer. So also maybe needing to like congratulate yourself internally for what you've done. I'm gonna keep pulling. Thank you, Spirit. 5 of Cups. Yeah, another 5. So there's something changing here. There's a lot that you're walking away from. There's a lot of change happening. You're having to really, really like, reconsider what life means to you. Ooh, this is getting really deep. It feels like the angels are like, I'm not gonna say that. You are ascending spiritually. You're really, really ascending. Thank you, Spirit. Something's changing because you're changing, like on a spiritual level. You have ascended to a higher level, even with this Emperor, right? It's like you've collected all of the ways that you can be in control. Like you have controlled yourself. Like you're someone who maybe fasts or maybe does a lot of like challenges, or like, you know, you work out, or you're constantly challenging yourself to be better. And you've done that, and you've done everything that you can do. Like, there's not more you can do to be better. You are now in a spiritual ascension process. And so you're needing to rest, because like with this 8 of Pentacles in reverse, I'm really getting that there isn't more to do. You've already done what there is to do. This is about you recognizing that right now it's more about what you have to not do, what you have to remove yourself from, what you have to walk away from, the parts of you that don't serve you. Worrying doesn't serve the king. Okay? You know, doubting yourself doesn't serve you. Doubting your path doesn't serve you. And you're having to really like shed. You might have been crying. You might have been shedding. You're having to really shed this old past. The idea of the past, and also but that comes with an emotional purging as well. As I'm looking at this 5 of Cups and 5 of Swords, I see that like the 5 of Swords, sorry, I'm trying to not click my computer while I do this. The 5 of Swords is looking forward, and the 5 of Cups is looking backward. So it's kind of like, it feels like you're moving forward, which is like maybe what you're used to doing. Like, you're in this very powerful energy, so you're used to being like, okay, cool, what's next? Do. This is what we're gonna do. Just do it. How do we think about the next idea, the next path, the next thing, right? Like, you're used to that part. But I think what might be difficult or catching you by surprise is this 5 of Cups energy. It's like you didn't really expect to be sad about it. But there does have to be a purging that happens. Blue is your 3rd eye. Yeah, the blue. You're ascending. Like, I'm telling you, there's like a spiritual ascension. There's something about your throat chakra, or having to speak up about something. Sorry, I said 3rd eye, but blue is the throat. I was like, I'm missing one. I was like, green, blue. No, green, blue. So maybe you also like want to skip steps. You can't skip this step, babes. It's okay. It's okay. And maybe you need to like just remind yourself that it's okay with all this. It feels like you have a lot of harsh energy, and you need to calm it down. And I think the tears that you're shedding, or that you will be shedding, are there to help calm you down. With this Emperor, as I'm like, I don't even know if I need to pull more cards, because this feels like a full reading, but red, this like purplish color, and then like this blue color, right? That's what I've pulled so far. And it's like this calming down of the energy. You don't need to be so fiery anymore, because you did everything already. You just need to relax and allow at this point. Okay? Let me see if there's anything else for... Okay, a lot of cards. 4 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, yeah. It feels like you feel like there's a decision that needs to be made. You might feel like unstable where you are right now. You might feel like not like this isn't it. You know what I mean? Like, you're in an environment where you're just like, why am I here? And so you're trying to decide what to do about that. Spirit is trying to get you into the energy of your emotions, and you might not feel comfortable there. You're supposed to be, or what you're doing and what's about to happen for you is an emotional revelation, an emotional shift. The shift is that you're having to really receive instead of receive because of who you are, not because of what you do. Okay? So you're learning how to be like, I don't have to do anything else to prove who I am. I just am. Okay? And it's time. This is your spiritual ascension. You're really realizing that you're not in control the way you've been wanting to be. Okay, with this Emperor energy, it's like, I think Spirit really is wanting you to just like allow the next step to happen without you having to control what that looks like. And that is maybe difficult for you. Okay, any other things for the collective? Sun in reverse. Okay. Yeah. Maybe you're not seeing yourself. You're not seeing, like, you're not getting the joy. You know what I mean? Like, you're not really seeing the joy in your current situation. And that's maybe where the emotional part is coming from. The Sun in reverse feels very like, what am I trying to say? It feels like I'm getting the energy of like betrayal, or like you don't deserve this, basically. Like you don't deserve this. And that might, once again, that's where that emotional, but that's the thing, right? Like, you're having to learn that you don't deserve this so that you can accept that you don't deserve this. So because you don't deserve it, there's nothing you need to do to get yourself out of it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't deserve it and you think to yourself like, well, why do I have to do everything by myself? I don't deserve this. You don't have to do everything by yourself because you don't deserve this. So you're having to like purge and really just recognize and realize the reason why you feel emotional, or why there's a lot of emotional shifts happening, is because you're needing to really tap into your emotions to see yourself and stop trying to overcompensate your situation with more action. That's not the way out of this. You are spiritually ascending. So your spirituality is what's going to get you out of here. And emotions are energy in motion. That is how you are going to move, is through your emotions. So it's necessary for you to feel something. You gotta feel something. So I think, although it might feel like torture. Oh, okay. That's what it is. You're so strong that like it takes a lot for you to feel emotional. So all these things that are happening to, like, dang, are you gonna cry yet? Are you gonna feel something yet? And the sooner you just allow yourself to shift emotionally and just shed those emotions and feel, is the sooner that you're gonna be able to move on. Stop pretending like it's okay. Stop pretending like you got it and everything. Well, I'm just gonna figure it out. No. It's okay. And maybe you were never allowed to be emotional. Maybe you were never allowed to feel. And you always felt shamed for feeling. But now you're able to hold yourself. Okay? And that's this sun energy. That's what this feels like. It's like this just child is just wanting to live. Like, children are very emotional. Children don't hide their emotions. If they're sad, they cry. If they're mad, they yell. You know, if they're happy, they laugh. So it feels like you're needing to tap back into that because the sun was in reverse, right? So there's like a hidden energy within you that needs to be shown, and I think it's underneath all of the emotion. The sun is not the moon, but I do feel like the sun is telling us that, like, because it was in reverse, like, after you tap into the emotional side of things, you'll be able to be more action oriented. You'll be able to just be able to live. Does that make sense? Like, there's something about that needs to be uncovered. Your emotions are tied to your actions. Okay. I'm gonna pull a Earthcraft card from this deck, and that'll be the end of the reading. But okay, I thought my thing 1441, that keeps coming up. 1441 keeps coming up. That might be significant for you. But yeah, you're ascending. I'm telling you, but it's like the next level of ascension. 144. but then that one is like, you're learning yourself frontwards and backwards. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna, 3 cards came out and I don't want to read all 3 of them, so I'm just gonna read this one. This one is accept your gifts. Okay, I might read all of them. Accept your gifts. You're channeling, or you're learning how to channel. You're learning how to see things for what they are, and you're learning how to receive messages. And you could be an artist or someone who draws. I'm saying that because I was just somewhere and I was drawing, and I remember I've been seeing a lot of symbols lately. So something about symbols, paying attention to symbols, and paying attention to signs. I have sacrifice here. This was in the reverse, but I don't think that matters. Sacrifice, which is number 26, which is an important number for me. And I have abundance. Okay. Okay. This is interesting. Sacrifice. This is giving me, she kind of looks like one of the Dia de los Muertes like outfits. That's what that's reminding me of, with the flowers and everything. You've already done so much sacrificing. You know what I mean? And the gifts that you're okay, your spiritual gifts are bringing you abundance. She's pointing to her heart, the sacrifice card. And she's pointing to her third eye. So there's some, oh, that's what I was doing earlier. Remember, I was like this, and this, and I skipped this part. I went straight from here to here, just like this. Straight from the heart to the third eye. And I skipped the throat chakra. But that might be okay. Like, I'm getting from this, I'm getting that, like, you don't really need to talk. I think you need to really tune into yourself and feel what your heart is saying, and get the downloads from what Spirit is trying to tell you as well, and put the two together. Like, you really are very tapped in right now. Like I said, you're ascending spiritually. This reading is very, and it's going to lead to your abundance. Okay, so everything that you're, like I said, everything that you're trying to build right now is going to be built differently than you're used to building. You gotta tap in. You have to trust your spiritual signs and your spiritual understandings. You gotta trust it. Okay? You gotta trust that that's the thing that's gonna get you to the next level. And it's not gonna make sense to even you. I think this is the second, that new layer of your spiritual journey right now, is you trusting what you know. You know what you know, but now you have to trust what you know in action. Okay? Not meaning you need to take action, but like, you need to start acting like you know. Start acting like you are who you are. When you show up in these spaces, don't question, should I be here? Is this the right decision? You know it's the right decision because you let your spirit guide you, right? And it was a heart-led decision. So it's going to lead to abundance. It was a heart-led decision, and you allowed your spirit to guide you. So it's going to lead to abundance. That's it. Don't make it more complicated than that. Enjoy, live your life, have fun, don't focus on anything, actually. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Don't focus on anything. Be. This is your time to just be. Allow the emotions to come up that are coming up, so that you will be receiving something as well. You will be receiving like some form of like emotional support or guidance. So, but that's going to come after you're able to really get in touch with your own purging and your own process of purging and change internally. There's an internal change going on. Allow it to happen. Cry if you want to cry. Journal if you want to journal. There's a lot of changes. So You're not going to be able to see these changes externally first. They're happening internally first. So have grace with yourself and be patient with yourself, okay? I love you. My name is Kai. If you want a personal reading or personal session with me, the link is going to be in the description box below. This is exciting. I know this doesn't sound exciting because it sounds like a bunch of like, it sounds like a lot of hoopla. Sounds like a lot of, but yeah, but it is, because this is a lot shifting. And so that's why you really just need to listen to your heart. Feel what you feel, okay? It's a lot of feelings happening, right? Like it's a lot of internal things. Like, so this is not the time to move and make a decision. There's times in life for different things. You don't have to always be moving. You don't have to always be making a decision. You don't have to always be doing stuff. Doing stuff is happening in your sleep, in the astral realms, in your emotional body. There's a lot that's happening. So just feel into it, okay? This is your day. This is your time. Birthdays might be significant. February 26th might be significant as well. That's this coming Thursday for me. But this message is timeless. Whenever you're getting it is the right time. Thank you for listening to this reading. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. And I will see you next time. Love you so much. Bye.